we don't have to do the light for the first time with us. Cool, so we're in open D. So kind of like what happens with slides, there's a lot of stuff around 0, 3, 5, 7. So just do anything where, so like we talked about during the lesson, this is the highest your thumb is ever going to go playing slide, which is the lowest our thumb ever goes playing fretted. So if I'm on like 3 strings, I'm all the way down here, let alone on 1 string where I'm noise. So yeah, there we go. We have to keep even pressure. So before you try to do anything interesting, just try some like 2 fret slides on each string. Like whatever part of your hand you want to use to pick is fine, as long as you're not using a pick. Just do some and then try 2 strings at a time. And it's all 2 frets, unless sometimes it'll go 1 fret, but 2 frets, which you're used to doing from fretted playing anyway. So yeah, just try just fuck around. And then do some stuff up around the 12th fret, which for us right now is the 14th fret. And that's where all this stuff happens. So kind of like 10th fret to 12th fret. Just get a feel for how hard you have to push down, which is 0. So the thing is, when you're playing slide, you can't tell if you're pushing down right unless you move. Just sitting here doesn't tell you. You have to actually move to see if you have the right amount of pressure. So the things that are going to happen are you're going to push down too hard and it'll sound like, or it'll sound like, which your pickup won't pick up when you're playing, so it doesn't really matter, but it's going to make other things go wrong. So that's the obvious thing, and it's usually actually not, it might be that you're pushing down too hard, and like I'm saying, it's a lot easier to learn slide on an acoustic, like on the bike training wheels, and then you take them off, you could just ride, because it's higher action. So if you have a friend with an acoustic or something, it'd go a lot better if you borrow it. Then switch to electric, but whatever, push down light as a feather. Anyway, so fucking, there we go, and just try every string, like I said, just mess around. Cool, so then before we try to do actually what he's doing with the bass line, we'll just kind of be like, anything like that, and, it's okay if you just leave your slide there, vibrato. We do just to sustain. It's like this little tremor right on top of the fret, but really at first just kind of ignore that. It'll be enough to think about just keeping the slide straight or whatever. So that's what we're doing here. We're going. So just like. Anyway, so it's so we end up getting a. And you could even go And then try slide or whatever. But so just any version of this song's fine. Just do some shit up at the 12th fret. Then, you know, at this point we might as well just take our cable off and play regular. So yeah, like a lot of stuff happens at the 12th fret. All this like come on in my kitchen, you know. 12th fret or 10th fret. Then we do a lot of 0, 3, 5, 7. Cool. So my bad if I realized we didn't do. I thought we did one slide lesson. So yeah, you can just fuck around and play some slide, and those are the things to watch for. It's gonna seem like it's all to do with how hard you're pushing down, but every mistake that's gonna happen, unless you're really pushing down, is going to have to do with like the tilt of the slide like that, and finding just the exact sweet spot where, you know, it's the other thing that might happen is you might like be too far this way and hear that when you go to play one of the lower strings, and it'll seem like then push down harder, but it's not. It's just, you know, the thing you can do is you can overcorrect and go like to where you're literally not touching the strings, and then come back in it like a 1/4 inch. You'll probably be perfect. Yeah, and we mute behind the slides with these fingers, and that gets rid of the dying mice sounds. Yeah, so anyway, that's what he's doing, but totally like just play some slide stuff.